And, I think after I started asking God about, what do I want to do with my kids?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Are you familiar with Andrew Pudwa?
Oh, yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've
So
interviewed
he
Andrew.
always brings up
Mm-hmm.
the process of learning for a child. First they learn, they listen, and then they
Mm-hmm.
speak, and, reading and writing. And I was like, wow,
Mm-hmm.
I love that because everybody can relate to that. They can
Mm-hmm.
understand that. And really just taking that simple process and then giving it to my kids. So I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
can you listen? I can learn how to listen better. Okay, let's learn how to listen,
Mm-hmm.
right? Speaking, reading, writing, and just those basic skills. And that really freed me up. And
Yeah.
he always used to ask the question, how do you think? He would say that. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
how do you think? That's a great question. It's like, ask
Exactly.
questions. How do you get
Mm-hmm.
something out of a brain? And I was like, oh, it's that simple. That's all I have to do. Like,
Exactly.
okay, cool.
And you put that into like relationships. I mean, those are
Mm,
skills, those are
yes.
interpersonal relational skills that
Amen.
are not even taught in school, and yet those
Hmm.
are the most highly valued in jobs.
I love that.
Because we aren't taught on how to exchange in relationships, which is a much
Hmm.
higher commodity
Yeah.
than giving information. We can get
No,
information
absolutely.
anywhere.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
No, and we,
Yeah, I was blessed with the car ride with Andrew Pudawa for 2.5 hours, and all he did was grill me.
I love that.
He's very good at that. And I was like, wait, when do I get to ask you the questions?
Wow, wow. But see, I love that though, because probably at the end of that, you just probably felt so much more empowered. Like wow, wait a minute. I can do
Yeah.
this. I know so much more than what I think. When someone questions you a lot like that, or however he did
Mm-hmm.
that,
Right.
and
Yeah.
so, and that's the other thing you said something about relationships. Every everything we know, we learned in context of relationship,
That's so
function,
true.
dysfunction. We learned
Yes.
it all in
Mm-hmm.
relationships. So relationships, the foundation of everything. I mean, our parents, we were raised up
Mm-hmm.
with our families. Those are all relationships. Your
Mm-hmm.
spouse, whoever you're doing life with, it's all relational. And that's the other thing too is I'm very big on, teaching my children character and bringing out their
Yeah.
character.
Mm-hmm.
If I see however they're acting, I say, hey,
Yeah.
you're really kind, you're really compassionate, you're really
Mm.
faithful. I let them know. I try to call out the traits that I see
You
because
call it the character traits. Yeah, I love
yeah, I
that.
call it out in them because I realize that's what they're going to take with them, and I want them to learn how
Mm-hmm.
to identify themselves by their character and their values, and
Mm-hmm.
not performance, not other people's opinions, not their
Mm-hmm.
circumstances, but by the who they are in character and their qualities that they possess. I'm like, what? If they can define themselves like that, they're going to be so free. You know?
Exactly. Yes, and it takes a flip on what you
Mm,
were saying earlier about
yeah.
how you were raised as
Yes.
to always bury and hide things. Where here
Amen.
you're turning it around and saying, "Tell me more. Tell me about
Yes.
yourself. Give me more information about you, because that's
Hmm.
valuable. Not trying to
Absolutely.
hide who you are."
Yes.
And so how has that
Absolutely.
been freeing to you as a parent?
Because it helped me realize that I'm not responsible for shaping them.
Mm,
I have to draw out who they are.
yeah.
And so it took the burden off that I don't have to
Mm,
do this thing or do that thing. I just have to say, who is this person, God? What
right.
traits do they have? What
Oh,
do
that's
they like?
awesome.
What skills do they have? And really
Mm-hmm.
draw them out and them. And so really there's no expectation on me to try to mold this kid. It's
Yeah.
really, drawing out who they are. And so it took a lot of
Mm-hmm.
pressure off of me as far as like, wow, that's the only thing I have to do is just get to know them and equip
Yeah.
them if possible and teach them some things. But,
Mm-hmm.
it took a lot of pressure off of me.